Mission 3, Dirty Dirt Drive. The train has been checked for the trip south, so just awaiting clearance from Caltrain operations to join the main line. So, hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Dovetail Games Train Sim World 2020. Back in the Peninsular corridor, back in the south of the US, and yeah, driving through operations today. So it's been a while actually since I last sat behind the controls on one of these US freight trains. Passenger services have priority along the Peninsular corridor, so be sure to maintain performance and arrive as close to the allocated time as possible. We get billed for any disruption caused to other services. Like I say, it's been a little while since I last drove behind one of these freight trains. Although, actually speaking of which, have we really ever drove one of these in the channel? Because back when the original Train Sim Worlds released, the SX Heavy Haul, basically it was just a bunch of these GP locomotives, or different variants, running in the northeast. So yeah, it's nice to be back in behind the I guess the original locomotive. Part when ready. Throttle forward. Right, let's put power in. Let's go. Oh yeah, that's back behind one of the controls of these trains. There was that DLC for Northeast Corridor, which recently had one of these locomotives shunter. And also we had the... I'll make sure that the brakes are fully released because we are being held by something. Yes, the independent brake there. Also, when we did the National Northeast Corridor itself as well, during the final mission, the yards movements, yeah, they got some experience with the US shunting locomotives. They're doing a great job of them right now. Let's put the yeah, let's put the train back into a stop position. Make sure that this independent brake is actually empty because still the brake's being held down tiny bits. Try third time lucky. There we go. A bit of a kick, but we are moving. We are moving. So stop at San Francisco West Yard in 5.6 miles. Look at missions ahead of us includes wait for additional load, uncouple vehicles, part when ready, and stop at Redwood. So it's not a terribly long mission, this one. Make sure we are not speeding either. The train is certainly jumping around the back with all these carriages. You can see the way the G-forces actually force themselves back and forwards. Can you imagine the rear train's actually jumping around a bit? Yeah, no, not really. So definitely taking a battering from something. I'm not too sure what. Anyways, I'll continue to the service. Should be alright. Should be alright. Lights are active. Yeah, medium set. We can turn on the gauge lights. That's really come in handy. Don't think we need cab lights though, because yeah, it is raining, so it just kind of makes the window look a bit weird. Put some wipers on actually. Yeah, turn the wipers on. And the tunnel, great job, Drawyah, great timing. Throttle, cut it back a tiny bit, then let the train own G-forces, slow it down. In fact, G-forces are kind of balancing it, so I put a little bit of service brake in. Once I do that, speed increases again. It's going to be one of those days, ain't it, where whatever I do, the complete opposite just seems to happen. Throttle up, so got a bit of speed in, so you can stick it on max, pushing up to 40 miles per hour. And it's 5 miles to San Francisco West Yard. So, driving the famous Union Pacific locos today. Not sure what variants of GP this loco is at the front, but we have got 3 of them. And we are hauling... not a terribly long train actually, although they are all full. Yeah, the Union Pacific locos, yeah, famous around the world. Maybe not the most silent locomotive, but certainly the most powerful that I can think of. These things carry freight all around the US in mile-long trains all through the deserts. These things are crazy powerful, but yeah, so in today's episode I'm going to drive one through San Francisco before ending the service for today. Timing is crucial, don't forget, since we are on the passenger lines, and passenger lines have priority. So if we're too late or too early, actually too early should be alright, but too late will cause problems further down the line. Watching the displays actually, the flicker on the left obviously does have some like electrical current simulation into these things. Ain't bad looking, ain't bad looking. Train jostling seems to have calmed down now. We are making a steady 40 miles per hour, so not doing too bad obviously. A bit of an echo as well in the tunnel with the train coming through. Gosh, I really love the echo on the horn there. The way it just reverbs off the walls. That is very nicely done. I do love whoever dovetail put that together. The sound recently has been fantastic. I mean, as I explained in last week's video, something that a lot of people had issue with in Train World was the sounds, how dead the world was, and how blank everything sounded, especially in stations. So obviously in 2020, something they spent a lot of time really rebuilding, putting together. Train to the left. And the frame rate's taking a battering today. What are we doing right now? We're stable around around 30. It's not terrible. For some reason it's doing a bit jumpy when new assets slowed in or another train passes around us. Weird. Anyway, speeds us up to 50 now, so increase throttle and let's increase the train speed. It's got the fairly awkwardly located speedometer at the top there. I'm trying to give you all these gauges in front of me, but it's actually down to 40 again, so we'll cut back on that. A little bit of automatic brake in place as well, just slow train. This isn't holding pressure release brakes, so not what we've had to do last 2 weeks. Go, slow train down, back up to 50 again. Yeah, so we are doing the standard braking, which I'm supposed to be more inclined to, so stopping today shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Slowly but surely up to 50 miles per hour. Yeah, 2 miles now to San Francisco. To arrive, yeah, stop location in San Francisco Yard. wait for additional loads, wait for switcher before proceeding, so that'll probably be a few moments before we uncouple the switcher and then the parts are ready, get driven. So not sure if we drive the switch locomotive around or not, or just watch it in action, but it sounds like it'd be an interesting one, especially if we are going to have an extra load added to our train. Got the throttle down now, so we are at 50. Very surely it's best to actually go through a set of points, which you wouldn't need to slow down for anyway. I've just got a little bit of track left to manoeuvre before we do come to a halt. And yeah, there's a loco in position waiting for me anyway. Yellow signal, but not flashing, meaning very surely be red for me. Yeah, post stop location is. Slowly train down slightly, ready for the point we're about to go through. It is wet and raining, so I actually expect the train brakes to not nearly be effective as on a normal day. Back up to around 20 miles per hour, since that would be a nice speed to keep the train coasting at. Yeah, look at the G lever there. The back cars are definitely jostling around a bit. I mean, they're not massive over Gs, but you can definitely imagine how the driver would feel right now, being pushed back and forth with the cars behind him. Certainly will be a comfortable experience. And the couplings as well, probably being slightly damaged in this case because of the hits. Not down too much because entering to halts wouldn't do well for us accelerating again. Stop location is now visible on screen. So yeah, the train to our right is prepared to move, and these are going to be empty stocks for Redwood, which is what the purpose of our stop is. So I presume that will be automatic. If it is the case, then yeah, it'll be a bit of fun to actually jump out of the train and just follow it for a little bit actually on foot as opposed to sitting in the cab. I mean, in the real world, because it is raining, I'd definitely probably stay inside this locomotive. But since the rain won't affect me in the real world, yeah, why not get out, have a look around, and just enjoy it while you can. It's been a really good set of missions, these ones so far. Definitely a lot more dynamic than the previous Train Sim World kind of mission sets. Obviously, they've maybe reworked the missions set up a bit, kind of made it a bit more like open for different kind of routes and scenarios. So we'll see what the actual future of the Train Sim World brings, especially with future routes and scenarios as well. That'll be very interesting to see. Alright, set the brakes on max. train slow down on its own accord. Right, wait for additional load. Wait for switcher before proceeding. So if I jump down from this cab, your red flashing light at the rear is now flashing. And the train is moving, so obviously it is now past the setup here. The locomotive actually is going to shunt into the carriage system automatically. I do like that, it's a nice little touch. Look at the graffiti as well. Every single car has been tagged by someone. Not a single clean carriage. It's yeah, it's moving. He will stop, reverse, come back into my train. Don't know if we have to catch him in the cab or not, join him in the train. This sounds to be a fun one to tag along with. Yeah, obviously because it's an AI, the rain and wet effects won't affect his driving in any way, shape or form. We'll set the points as well. Yes, he has. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Climb the ladder, and let's just watch it all go on from up here. Probably the most dangerous place actually stands during a coupling job, when this is the side that's exposed to the connection. Try to get crushed in the process. See the leg ahead of us there as well, also in position. Driver into position. We don't have a second driver actually. This train obviously has both driver and secondsman. We don't have the secondsman in our train, so obviously again not maybe the safest service we're doing. At least not one that's the Union Pacific would normally do in the real world. Yeah, got plenty of space to jump out. We'll then decouple the train from the front and then clear the path yourself. We'll do manually uncouple from the switcher actually, because obviously that gives the next step, uncouple vehicles. And if you're not moving yourself, then let's just see what happens. There you go, uncouple switcher. So I need to disconnect you from. How does this one work? Is it a lever or is it a full thing? Or on the other side actually, because this side seems to be nothing. Yeah, put that lever there, couple up for a moment, and depart when ready, teleport back to our cab, release the brakes. And there you go, 16 miles to Redwood Junction. So full throttle, just get the movement going, and then cut back on the power up before we go into the, before we go too far in the reds. The engines to possibly fail on us. 10 miles per hour is the speed limit. Got more cars on this time, so the forces of the carriages pushing us around, jostling, is going to be a lot stronger. Again, can't imagine how uncomfortable that will be, but so they got to suffer in the world, I guess. 16 miles, so a fair journey actually, about halfway down the map, 16. Although hopefully there aren't any passenger services in front of us, these I've not spotted any go past. And we won't be stuck behind anyone. And therefore we need to stop or slow down before any stations. That was just power through them all. got my belt. Got my horn. So, should be able to power through this quite nicely. Speaking of which, gas station right up ahead. So as soon as the rear carriages leave the points, speed limit should then increase. We'll be able to speed train up to mainline speeds and start powering down these 16 miles. I mean, it should take about half an hour to get there. Hopefully hope to try and get in a few minutes as well, if there's no traffic ahead of us. Maximum throttle, bring train up to speed. Let's make our way down. Five. Good. And to our left, the freighter is. Well, you can have some very honest passage, so it's nice to see. Actually, you aren't stopped right now, you are just moving at a slower speed. Not too far now from the top speeds. This is the line speed of 50 miles per hour, and 50 miles per hour at 16 miles means that we'll probably get there in around crossing about 35 minutes. So I presume that the speed will increase at some point down the line as well. And that's 60 miles as the crow flies, and then Redwood's actually to our left slightly. You won't see much change of that for a little while. I must remember how it goes. It's bell through the stations, and then horn through the junction. Horn through level crossings. That's it. Because bell will be too loud. Horn will be too loud to go through the station. Too quiet to be heard at junctions. So I must try and use the correct one. Going through the right thing. Redwood's fair. It's about 50 miles south here, so we have got a fair few stations we need to pass through. Maybe just be worth having the bell on for the entirety of the journey, but that'll probably get quite mundane. So we'll balance between the two. Just trying to ensure that we do stay correct to US standards for the remainder journey south. Yeah, there's probably a station, but it didn't look like one. It's just empty. No buildings, no facilities, no nothing. Even closed down, to be fair. I'm surprised that was the case. Oops, going way too fast. Just read the speed limit here. Slow train down. Try and get a bit of time back, actually. Still get some time back, but yeah, we're a lot more worried about the speed limits here. Unfortunately, if the train behind us is now gaining a bit more distance, wow, we are slowing down like crazy. Thanks to the wet weather. Putting power in, it's more like wheel slip more than anything. We are not accelerating at all. Yep, there's the wheel slip. Right, cut all power, let train come to a halt. And then once I'm happy, let's come to a halt. Slightly rolling backwards, put some power in again. Start from scratch. Yes, the wheel slipping will be very careful for. A little bit of throttle in. There we go, starting to move a bit. A little less throttle in just to keep the train rolling. Sound the horns passing through. Let's get to about 50 miles per hour. That's going to increase the throttle. Start gaining the speed back again. Like I said, the wet weather, certainly I'm not... this train plus wet weather equals not a lot of fun for me. But as always, it's still an experience. Just try and get things better. Yeah, not slip anymore, so back to throttle 8. 50 miles per hour, the train should now be alright to keep moving. And this time, stop the train's acceleration at 50 miles per hour. Yeah, don't want to go too fast because that just means it's not fun for anyone. So 40 miles per hour. The station coming up, sorry, it's just the bell, not the horn. Start slow, just bring the throttle back as we power through. So 48. 49. And 50. Throttle 2. Going downhill now actually, so throttle off. And given the weight of the train, before it starts slowing down again. So I'll start bringing the throttle back in. I don't think I'll be using too much brakes for the remainder of this journey. It'll just be a case of using the throttle to balance out the speed of the train along the remainder of the track. Station's coming up. No, it's not. Still around 49 miles per hour, but a bit throttling. Just back to 50 again. There's the crossing. There's the station. Off again, that's the pass station. Another crossing straight away, it's the bridge even, so maybe not. Yes, fog ain't doing well for my just trying to stick my hand out the front of the window there. A little throttle, so we have now gone a little over 50. Not terribly much, that one is a crossing. Yeah, we are going up one now, so just slow train down at the zone. There we go, 50 miles per hour. Throttle 2, and just suck some power through the wheels and stop it from slowing down too much. And now 10 miles from Redwood. It should be more of a straight line path now, so yeah, it's down to our right hand side as opposed to directly ahead. Station, bell comes off after we pass this crossing. Another crossing. Another crossing. Part of the map now where the crossings do start to increase in number. And that's the closer we are to San Francisco, the less crossings there are. Close to San Jose, so it gets a bit bigger in number, especially during the midpoint of the map, which we are on now. It does become just a case of crossing after crossing. In fact, there's one right there. Yeah, especially towards the midpoint of the map, crossings just heavily increase in numbers. Like that one right there. Could not imagine living by one of these crosses actually. There's a few houses to my right hand side, just get fairly noisy whenever the train gets past it. Right, so another station coming up, bell comes on. Here comes a crossing, sound the horn. Plenty of crossings here. I mean, imagine if one of those mile-long trains actually came through this town. How long you'd actually be stuck on either side until one actually passes. I don't think there's any actual, like, tunnels or anything coming up, so yeah, if you're on one side of town and one of those really long trains come past, maybe two of them heading the opposite direction, could be stuck for a little while to come. Another crossing. A bit more throttling, just speed the train back up again. I'll stay a few miles per hour in the last stretch. And straight away speed it jumps down to 45. There you go, that train naturally slow down to 47, down to 45 even there. Now about 7.5 miles to Redwood Junction. So 3/4 of 10 miles. Hopefully now the level crossing count should drop a little bit. There'll probably be 1 or 2 still for us to go through, but so it's not the number that we're having earlier on. And it's where the line is raised or underground slightly. Just been dug out, it's where the line's a bit clearer. So we've got a crossing here now. Increase the throttle again. Take on throttle 3 actually, just to maintain speed at 45. It's not been too bad of service so far actually. Other than that one bit earlier on we had to stop the train because the brakes were a little bit too heavy and wet. It's not been a bad run actually. Passenger service on the other track now, passing us. The train is heading towards San Fran. Running trailing end first. Again, just a case of balancing out speed and power. This is green aspects, pass through that. Still just 5.5 miles to go. It's not terribly too far now. I mean, yeah, 5.5 miles, 45. Takes maybe 11 minutes until we arrive. And hopefully we will increase slightly. Rule of thumb, 50 miles per hour, 5 miles, 10 minutes. You just dividing the 50 by 5. Yeah, tell with the Doppler effect there actually, with the bell going past. It's a higher pitched bell as you go through the platform, and just gets lower pitch as you leave. It's up to 45, sorry, up to 50 even, so increase the throttle for that. throttle 2. Throttle 1 to keep powering, but that's been trained up too much. With 3 miles left to go, now when we should start thinking about actually bringing the train to a halt, ready for its stop at Redwood. Once the train does stop, that does appear to be the last bit of this mission, so as long as we stop it in the right place, that'll then be the end of the scenario today. Yeah, I've got a second driver, so if I do collapse at the controls, maybe someone will be able to stop it today. How nice is that? Yeah, so like I say, that's what happened more in the last video today, but yeah, in the US, trains, because in the UK we have Dead Man's Handle and DSD, the driver safety device, basically means that if the driver was to collapse or just lose control or something, the train would then automatically come to a halt and an alert would sound. In the US, this system isn't particularly there, so you've got a secondman in the helm whose sole purpose is to sit there, provide you company, and stop the train if something were to go wrong with the driver. And otherwise, like I say, his job is literally just to sit there and do nothing. I mean, very much was a thing in the UK back when steam trains were in operation, and then we never really had secondmen in train cabs. Never really a thing that we introduced, although we did have a while where DSD, while fitted, was not a requirement, so drivers could just have it switched off for the whole journey. But that was until the 1997 Southall crash, and then became a requirement because it was caused by a direct fact that the driver had ignored the red signal, and was essentially accelerating into Paddington before it slammed to the side of a freight train. So, mile and a half to go. Throttle is idle, we are going downhill. And then I am ready to hit the brakes when required. Brakes are sounding. That'll be at fault, we have to alert to the maintenance team. Our horn's actually completely died on us. We have to sound a bell for the rest of the journey. Odds. Very odd. Obviously there's not enough pressure in the system. It's direct results. Horns are no longer sounding, so technically we shouldn't be driving right now because the horn is a vital system, especially when it comes into safety. I mean, in the US, when a train starts moving in a yard, same in the UK, you must sound this horn twice to alert people around you that train is now in motion. We have no horns, we can't even do that. But we do have a radio, so technically we could actually speak to someone regarding that, just alert them that the train is not quite functioning as it should. Slow trains around 20 miles per hour. Yeah, it's not a good thing when your horn's not working. Right, release the brakes. And then just coast into our destination here. A bit across and just keep the train moving. I should have 2 guards over there actually. 2 rail workers. I'm not sure what they're standing out in the rain for, but suits them I guess. Gosh, even the bell sounds like it's about to give up on me. This hasn't been a very successful journey, this. Train's completely dead. There you go. Bell's now running out of power there. At least the steam's not working. More steam, sorry. The air pressure valve that pushes the bell back and forth. A little bit of thrust to just speed it up again, just get us to the end of the platform. And as soon as we come to a halt, we can then put the train to sleep. Idle throttle. Increase the brakes. Let the wet weather do its thing. Otherwise, brakes go into neutral. 1, 2, 3 comes off. Take your break here. Remember to be detached from the train, and we'll need clearance from the cow train to continue the journey south. It's fine. That will not be my journey today. Independent brake full, and that is that. Cool. So yeah, not quite speed limit for a lot of it, although in case where I slowed down, speed limit increased. By the time we sped up, speed limit drops down. I'm actually looking at it. The speed limit was actually up in the hundreds, so no point did we ever actually really exceed the speed limit. We're stuck in our own freight train limit, which was 50, 55. But yeah, it wasn't a bad operation overall. There's that one moment towards about just under halfway where it did actually stop there because of my poor judgment of the braking. But other than that, it wasn't too bad. Stop accuracy was within 10 yards, so not terrible with that. The freighting bit was always quite fun. That was where the shunter had put the extra 6 cars to the back of my train. That I enjoyed. Again, another bit of train sim mod which I do love, which is the dynamic missions. And yeah, just another really good mission. That thoroughly enjoyed it. So next week we got the next mission, which isn't on this menu, but yeah, it should be still a pretty good one. But yeah, I think until then, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, do subscribe, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.